Hello first graders, welcome to a new math lesson. We are in topic 12 and lesson 2. Remember this topic? We will learn about measuring and length. So you have learned how to compare an order by length when we have objects lined up next to each other and we see which one is the longest, which one is the shortest. Right, today we will be learning how to compare an ordered object by length, but they are not lined up to each other. So for example, the example you have in your paper here, it's front of the classroom, back of the classroom. So these are the examples that you have it in your paper. So either you can use this or you can just make up your own. So for example, they say that front of the classroom, that's in front of you, you have it in your hand, and then further away from you, the other pair of shoes or crayons or pencils. For me, I'm gonna use my counters, and we will be learning how to measure them, although they're not next to each other, by using yarn or thread, not ruler yet. All right, so let's say if I have my counters and I have two towers and I don't know which one is the longest or the shortest or taller or shorter, because I'm gonna put one here and I'm gonna put one further away from me. Okay, so in this lesson I'll be showing you how to compare according to something you have. So for example, if I measure the first item I have, the most important thing when we measure, we have to hold one end of the string so it's aligned to the item or the object that you are measuring. So I'm gonna put it there. Can you see it all? And stretch it till the end of the object. So this is the end, and I need to make sure that what the end of the object I'm measuring, I have to hold good. So you can mark it with a pencil, or maybe we can put like a pen, paper pen. That over here double check, make sure I have the right measurement. Okay, I have to go a little bit. That's it. Or you can make a marker with your pencil or crayons. Okay, so I have this item, the orange one or the orange counter. Then I'm gonna have a different one. I'm gonna put it like that, holding here where the first item or the first object I measured. And I can see now that my orange counter is taller than the black one, right? Okay, let's do the pencils. Okay, so we have different measurement. So I'm gonna put the pencil again, hold one end from my string, starting and ending where the object ends. Make sure I have it here so you can see. Then I put my finger here, right? And then hold where the picture ends or the object I have, and I can make sure I have it here. I can also, as I said, we can put a marker or something, or I can use my paper clip if I want to, so I know that this is the length. And then I go for my second object or second pencil, and I say that now I can see this is the shortest because this is the length from the tip of my string till that paper clip. That was the length of my first pencil, and this is the second one. That's mean I can tell that this is shorter than this one or the first object. So you can do that. As I said, you can use pencil, counters, marker, crayons, anything you have. All right, let's go inside and see what we have over here. How can you compare objects when they are in different places? We can use one object to compare which cup is taller. For example, we have two cups here and they're not aligned to each other. They're not next to each other like the first lesson. That's so easy. I can say this is longer and this is shorter, or this is taller and this is shorter. Over here, I don't have one have a cup and the other person or the other character have a cup, and I can see they're not next to each other. So what I'm gonna do, the same way I used here the string, over here they will say compare one cup with a jar. So they get a jar, the same jar, and they put the blue cup next to the jar. You can tell that the blue cup shorter than the jar. All right, let's go for the second cup, the red one, and then again put it next to the same jar that you used to compare with the blue cup, and we can see that the red cup taller than the jar. So now I can say that the blue cup is shorter than the jar and that the red cup is taller than the jar. So the red cup is taller than the blue cup. Same like if I use two pencils and this is my measurement, and instead of the jar I have my string with the marker, with the paper clip I put. So when I put it like that, I said, oh, okay, I can see that this is more. I compare here, this is shorter. So I can tell that the blue pencil is longer than or taller than the striped pencils. Okay, let's see what we have here. All right, circle the purple or green object that is longer. So you have the purple and the green. Circle which one is longer. We're gonna use the red object to help. So this is the red object that you're gonna use. Same like here when we used the jar to compare. So we're gonna use the red marker or the red crayons to compare which one is longer or taller or shorter. So we have two items here. So I can see that this is longer than the red object. Okay, again, number two, we have two objects and we have feather and we have glue sticks. We are circling the longer. So which one is longer? The purple feather or the green glue sticks? Yes, I can see that the feather is longer. How do we compare? We using the red marker. So this is my longer object. All right, let's see, do you understand? How did using the red object help you know which object is to circle in exercise 2? Because I compare, right? We compare the crayon and the glue sticks with the red objects that we have. So let's write down here. And I see that the crayon was longer than the glue sticks, but the feather was longer. So when I compare this, I can see that the feather is longer. And if I look here, I see that the glue stick is shorter. So that's mean this is a longer, and I'm gonna circle it. So let's write down the crayon. Which one are we gonna do? Yes, all right, this one. So let's write the crayon is longer than the glue sticks. Longer than the glue stick. But shorter than the feather. What that means? That means that the feather is longer. Okay. So as we see, the crayon is shorter. It's shorter than the feather and longer than the glue stick. All right, let's go page 391 and see the exercise we have. So the words that we're using today, the new word is taller and shorter. Remember the previous lesson was longest and shortest because we were comparing 3 items. Over here we only have 2 items. We have the measuring object that we are using, like the jar or the string, or over here the red markers, and then we have the object that we are comparing with. All right, circle the blue or red object that is longer than the orange object to help. So we have here the blue and the red. So if I'm looking like this and I cannot tell, this is what will help me, the orange object, which is like the string here or the line. So I'm looking at the blue and the orange, and I'm looking at the red tube and the orange. I can tell that the blue book is longer than the red tube. So what I'm doing, I need to circle the longer, so I'm gonna circle the book that says math. Okay, now we're comparing 2 different items. Number 4, we have scissors and we have stapler, and we are using the orange line to help. So look at the scissor and look at the stapler. I need to circle the longer than the orange object or the orange line. So I can tell that the scissor is longer than the orange line, so I'm gonna circle the blue scissor. All right, number 5. 3 pieces of chalk are arranged in order from shortest. Draw the red and green chalk, shortest first and longest last. Use the yellow chalk to help you compare. So remember, we have to put them in order. So we need to start with the shortest. So the shortest will be first, and then the longest will be last. And this is the one I'm gonna compare. That's mean I have to draw chalk shorter than this yellow one and longer than the yellow one, because this is the one I'm comparing with. This is the one that helped me to write and draw the right measurement. So I need shortest first, so that's mean I have to draw one shortest. I can tell this is my shortest because see, the yellow one is longer than that. And then I need to draw another one that's longest, so that would be, it has to be the longest, and longest I'm using the yellow chalk in the middle to compare. So I can tell that the first one is shorter or shortest, and then the last one or the one in the back is longest. Okay, now we can also color it, so I can put the shortest, as you can see here, red, and then the green one would be the longest. Okay. All right, let's turn the page and see what we have next. All right, use the cubes to figure out the name of each dog. Write the name under the correct dog. So, clues. So these are the clues that we're gonna use to answer this riddle. Tango is taller than Bongo. Turbo is shorter than Bongo. So that's mean, let's say Tango is taller than Bongo, and Turbo is shorter than bongo. That means tango is very good, the tallest. So where's my tallest here? So I'm gonna write here tango. Okay, and remember, because tango is taller than bongo, and bongo and turbo is shorter than bongo. So that means this is bongo. I'm gonna put here bongo, and the shortest will be turbo. All right. Okay, let's do number 7. Which candle is shortest? We have 4 candles. Orange one on A, yellow one on B, another yellow one in C, and the blue one is D. So which one is the shortest? I can see this is the longest, and I can see that comparing with the yellow one, this is longer than the yellow one, and the blue is shorter. So which one is the shortest? The blue candles. Very good. Let's circle the blue. All right. Number 8. Josh has these crayons and this piece of string. Explain how he can compare which is longer crayon without putting the crayons together. Okay, so if I have two crayons, and I'm not going to put them together, and I have this marker or this line. Okay, so let's see how can we do this. If this is a line and this is my crayons, I can see that my green crayons longer than that line or the string, right? And then I'm gonna use my other half or the yellow one, and I can see that shorter than the string. So that means my green crayons longer than the yellow crayons, or longer than orange over here. All right, so we need to write this down. If I compare, what do? We can compare both crayons with the string as we did now. So what I'm gonna do, I will compare, and that's what we did. Both crayons with the string that we are using here. And that will help me to see which one is longer. This will help me to see, to find out which crayon is longer. Right? And when we did this comparison, we found that the green crayon is longer. All right. So today we learn how to measure indirect, and we have the example. As we see, 2 cups, they're not aligned together, so we use the jar and we compare the jar with one object, and then we compare the jar with the other object, second object, and we find out that which object is shorter and which one was taller. All right, that's it for today, first graders. Thank you. Bye-bye.